the first copies of the third stimulus package bill. Earlier today on Chuck, I delivered to you the big bombshell as this channel obtained the first pages of the behemoth third stimulus package bill. It's about 6,000 pages of length. And shortly after that recording, I delivered to members of this channel nine PDFs amounting to hundreds, if not thousands, of pages that are in the third stimulus package. Tonight, I go over them with you, some of them cold read on camera. Additionally, when I'm going over our other PDFs, which I thought initially were of much of irrelevant almost. I thought they were insignificant. They're actually very important because these PDFs they're not bill PDFs. These other PDFs are PDFs which delineate how you are to interpret the bill and how you are to apply the bill. It's basically is another word of what you would call legislative intent. For example, if you have a bill that says pay George $10, and then you look at the bill and you're like, which George? Well, let's look at the legislative intent. He was referring to George Washington. Oh, yeah, okay, I didn't get that. So that's why this legislative intent PDFs, which I didn't deliver to you before because I thought they were much of nothing, are actually very important. And that's why I'm a little bit late coming on camera because a lot of this is jaw-dropping. A lot of this is going to be cold read, meaning I've never read some of this until right now on camera. And you're hearing this for the very first time. So far, stuff is not particularly confusing, but stuff is not as promised. Yeah. So if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. This is the most comprehensive channel around the globe. From Wall Street to Main Street, from my home to your home, this is LLA, the most comprehensive financial news channel there is, delivering you details like you're going to see nowhere else and interactive as nowhere else as well. If you're a member of this channel, you got earlier today 9 PDFs. You'll get more PDFs later tonight because I'm now seeing these other PDFs are very important. These other PDFs are not the bill, but descriptions of the bill from the Ways and Means Subcommittee. That's the committee that's modifying the bill right now. The bill is not law. And what bill am I referring to? I'm referring to the $1.9 trillion stimulus package bill of Joe Biden. What was passed last week? That was the reconciliation bill, which pulls the tow truck that pulls the tow hitch over the finish line. The tow hitch has the $1.9 trillion stimulus package, your stimulus checks, your FPUC, your hazard pay, your EIDL. All those provisions are being pulled over the finish line. So what have we obtained? What have I obtained for you? I've obtained for you the major parts of the bill that are in a sub part of the House of Representatives. They are the they are the stimulus check part, the unemployment part, the tax credit part, and maybe a few more. I'm going to go over them with you on live on camera. This is going to be a double dose of recordings tonight. Why? Because I got all this to go in the video right after this. I got all this. See this? This is the part of the unemployment in the bill. I have the unemployment section. You want to know where FPUC runs? Tune into that video right after this one. Yeah. No more guessing. Now we see the actual bill. You want to know exactly what the bill says about FPUC? Stay tuned for the video right after this, because darling, yeah. So let's get right to it. With 300 people in the room, tell your neighbors and postmen to get in the room. Hey, Robert Baker, everyone, welcome Robert to the family. If you've not become a member like Robert, consider doing it right now. The link is at the top of the chat, also in the pinned comment. Become a Purple Hawk, Purple Power Calcino VIP. Thank you, Robert, for becoming a Purple Hawk tonight. And everyone, welcome Robert to this family. If you've not become a member, it's not subscribe, also subscribe. We're about to reach, I think it's 380. I think we're about to reach 380 tonight. So let's do it, 380,000. Oh, by the way, thank you. We're at 98 million, I think, or 97 million. So we got 3 more million to go to 100 million in 9 months. YouTube record, incredible. So thank you for the love. All right, let's get right to stimulus checks. Let's do it right off the bat. Here is one of the new PDFs I'll deliver to you after this recording. If it looks like it's not a bill, that's because it's not a bill. It has a little logo. This is from the Ways and Means Committee, and it's a memo that delineates what is in the third stimulus package bill. It's easy because it says, hey, go look at section 24 if you want to know about this. Oh, okay. Thank you. Well, thank you. So he says section 9601 is about your stimulus check. Well, that's great. So he tells us where to go look. This is like a librarian. Section 9601, recovery rebates to individuals. Okay, before I start, I just know I'm going to get 9,000 comments about this. Recovery rebate? What do you mean recovery rebate? I just want a stimulus check. Why is he not calling it economic impact payment? When did we get this term recovery rebate? Uh, this is why I pulled open this PDF. Let me explain what's going on. You and I have always referred to it as stimulus check. I mean, you would call it a stimulus check. I mean, that's what we call it. Then we also know it's called an economic impact payment. Okay. And we know that IRS sends it out. Okay. Hey, Carmen, thank you for the dancing pair. I really appreciate it. So, no problem so far. But rebate, does that mean I have to file a tax return to get a stimulus check? I know I'm going to get that question. I know someone's, because it's a very obvious question. Do I have to file a tax return to get a stimulus check? That's what this PDF says, Ella, doesn't it? No, it doesn't say that. No. For some reason, Joe Biden, who wrote this, calls your stimulus check in 2021 a rebate. Uh, and the word rebate may scare the hell out of people, as though you have to file a tax return to get a stimulus check. No, let me jump to that part right now. Advance payments are not subject to administrative offsets for past federal or state debts, or including offset for past due child support. That explains. Answers some of the questions the viewers always ask. Is it taken out for child support? No, just said it. Is it taken out for past debts, taxes, or federal, state? No. That's the answer. There you go. So, do I have to file a tax return to get a stimulus check? No, this is what he says. Treasury is directed to issue this credit as an advanced payment. Oh, thank you, Mary, for the super chat, for the dancing pair. I really appreciate it. As an advance payment based upon information on your 2019 or 2020 tax return. Now, hold up. I know you're about to set the comment. I don't file tax returns. So does that mean I'm not getting a stimulus check? Stay with me. Stay with me. I'm thinking the same way as you're thinking. Furthermore, Treasury, this is your sentence. So this is a sentence you got to listen to. No one's going to give you this detail except this channel. This is what it says. Treasury is given broad authority to make payments to non-filers, people who don't file tax returns, based upon return information available to the Secretary. Treasury should conduct an outreach to non-filers. Thank you so much for the nice comment, Angel Fun. I really appreciate it. Treasury shall conduct an outreach to non-filers to inform them about how to file for their advanced payment. Treasury receive an advanced payment that exceeds the maximum eligible credit based upon the 2020 tax return information will not be required to repay any amount of that payment to the Treasury. If a taxpayer's 2021 tax credit exceeds the amount of the advance payment, taxpayers can claim the difference on their 2021 tax returns. Sound like a lot? Let me clarify that. One, if you get a stimulus check, you don't have to repay any of the stimulus check back. So if there's some confusion about something, you don't have to pay the stimulus check back. Number one, not taken out for taxes, not taken out for back debts. Number two. Number three, not taken out for child support. Number four. Then, do you have to file a tax return to get a stimulus check? No. But what's really, and I think this is great news. I think prayer sent, says Carmen. I think this is great news. I think this is the best news I've heard since May. And I'm doing this a cold read, so I'm just reading this for the first time on air with you. This is basically saying, Janet Yellen, please do that non-filer filing. Please do that non-filer filing so that people who don't file tax returns can tell IRS where they are, so that they can get a stimulus check. And there you go. So many of the viewers of my channel have said, uh, I can't do that non-filer filing. Where is it? Where is that non-filer filing? And the now we hear from Ways and Means that they're instructing Treasury to get that non-filer filing up so that if you don't file tax returns, don't worry, they will give you a process to inform IRS where you are to get the stimulus check. So the takeaway, you're getting a stimulus check. And for people who don't have to file a tax return, don't worry. They will set up a process for you to tell them where you are, if they don't know where you are already, so that you get your stimulus check. That's the takeaway. Great news across the board. That's why I'm glad I opened this document, which is not the bill. It's a memo about the bill. All right, so let's go to the stimulus check bill part. Can they just put the zeros right away? I know. Can they just send the check today? No. But let me go right at it. So let's go to the stimulus check bill part. I'm confused. Not worried. I'm just confused. Hey, Julie. Oh, that's an adorable That's an adorable one. Thank you, Julie Canada, for that adorable one. I'm very confused about the bill part on the amounts. The part that I'm confused about, the $3,200. You know that the Cash Act of December 2020 said that adult dependents had not gotten their first and second stimulus check of $600 from December and $1,200 from March of 2021, and that they were supposed to get those two plus $1,400. I'm confused with less than 15 minutes to read this, so it's not a lot of prep time to go on camera, that it does not mention in here that adult dependents get those outstanding payments of $600 from last year and $1,200 from last year. Rather, it says adult dependents get $1,400. So I don't know if it's just put somewhere else, or if I am misreading it. Well, no, I'm not misreading it. It's not in this section. Maybe it's somewhere else. But if when you pull up the document, and this is the first PDF that was delivered to you shortly after What the Chalk. Hey, Jennifer Cole, thank you for coming up our blog. Everyone, welcome Jennifer to the family. If you pull up the PDF, that is section 642B, and you go right to the stimulus checks, and you see it's $1,400 for an individual, $1,400 for a child, $1,400 for adult dependent, $2,800 for a married couple. And then you may say, where is the Cash Act checks? Where are those Cash Act checks from last year? The important thing to understand is I don't see it. So maybe it's somewhere else. That is where we are right now. Child tax credit. Let me go over what he says about the child tax credit. The child tax credit will increase to $3,000 per child, $3,600 for a child under age 6. It also increases the eligibility for only the year 2021, so that it's a 17-year-old. Okay, so now this is the big question that 9 trillion people ask me on a given day. What day is the tax credit? What year is the tax credit for? You all ask me this every single day. What year is Joe Biden's tax credits for? We have the answer tonight. 2021. So 2021 is the year in which Joe Biden's provisions are to take effect. So the child tax credit for $3,600 for a child under age 6, or $3,000 for a child under a certain age is for 2021. So if you've been watching the videos of the last few weeks and you're wondering, Should I hold off on filing my tax return because of something that's happening? Now you know the answer tonight for the first time ever. No one has told you this anywhere because they've not seen the bill. No one. This is jaw-dropping, breaking news, borderline almost exclusive. This is you're hearing it for the first time ever on this channel. I mean, almost everything you're hearing tonight is for the first time ever on the internet. The tax credit is for 2021. Joe Biden's tax credits are for 2021. Now, you know, as a member, that earlier today, I think at 9 a.m., I delivered to you the current tax credits. There is currently a child tax credit. Joe Biden's, and so if you're filing your tax return in the next few days or filed it last week based upon the current tax code, you're fine. You're good. Because Joe Biden's bill is for the 2021 tax credit. At the 15-minute mark of 1,100 people in the room and 380 likes, disgraceful. Thank you for joining me on Evenings LA. This is a double header. This is a double header, and this is a big broadcast. Let me give you up to date where you are tonight. In tonight's recording, for the first time ever, you're seeing two things. They're nowhere on broadcast media. This is why LA's killing the competition. Hey, AJ Ajim, how are you? Thank you for becoming a Purple Hawk. This is why LA's killing the competition. No financial news channel is doing what this channel is doing. For the first time ever, you're seeing the actual third stimulus check bill, and you're seeing the interpretation of the bill by the people who are working on the bill. The third stimulus check bill is in this hand, and this is the interpretation. This comes from the Ways and Means Committee that has the major provisions of the third stimulus package bill. This bill and this interpretation concerns the check, the tax credit, and unemployment. This video tonight is the first of two. The one after this is going to answer your question: when does FPUC run? I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to show it to you on the video right after this. If you've been wondering about unemployment, that's the video to watch. I'm going to show you the bill, and you're going to read it with me live on camera. Tonight on this video, I'm going over this check, and I'm going over the tax credit. A lot of this is cold read tonight, so I'm literally going over right here, right now. All right, so the child tax credits are for 2021. The child tax credit for the child, if you want to file your tax return now, there is one right now. There is a child tax credit now. It's just a smaller amount. So if you have a child that's 16 years or younger and you want to use a child tax credit, go use it if you think you qualify for it. Ultimately, I'm not giving you tax advice. But the 2021 tax year will change it to $3,000 for a child or $3,600 for a child under 6, and will increase it to I think it was to 17-year-olds. This is all what I told you since this channel started covering this in December. I had all these details for you in December, exactly what I said. Let's get these likes up. Let's see if we can get to 1,500 people in the room, but 500 likes, Lord. If you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Also, like this video. And if you've not become a member, consider becoming a member. Purple Hawk or Purple Power, Calcium VIP. You'll have access to all these documents. So let me go over what it says. Makes this child tax credit fully refundable for 2021, increases the amount to $3,000 per child. The provision also increases the age of qualifying the child by 1 year for 2021. Wow. Okay, that's the first time we heard that as well. This is a 1-year change of the tax code. It's not a permanent change of the tax code. I don't know why, but it's a 1-year change of the tax code. For 2021, the excess of the child tax credit is reduced for $50 for every $1,000 modified gross income. Directs the Secretary of Treasury to issue advance payments of the child tax credit based upon the 2019 or 2020 tax return. Beyond that, I think I'll lose you if I go over it because it's insanely boring. Then the income tax credit. That's what I've been detailing for you a while. This is $3,600 to $10,000. This is a big change. Increases the earned income tax credit as well. Dependent care is increased as well. All right, that's enough of that part. Let me go back to the stimulus check. Lord, it's just a lot of information tonight. Okay, so the stimulus check If you did not catch me earlier today, which I want to go over right now, the stimulus check, this is the bill. Here's the bill. First time ever. The stimulus check keeps the amounts. $1,400 individual, $2,800 a married couple, and keeps the income level. The income level is unchanged. Thumbs up, as Lisa says, as John says, get those thumbs up. Crystal says, get those thumbs up. 600 likes. Come on, let's get 1,500 people in the room and 600 likes. Um, the credit you're talking about can't be used for this tax year, says Jasmine. So that's a great question. Sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, Jasmine. So all three tax credits are currently law. They've all been law for several years. Earlier today, for the members of this channel, for example, I gave you a link to the IRS's website currently that explains the child tax credit. The child tax credit is currently law, and the child tax credit is at a certain number and a certain age bracket. Joe Biden proposes to modify it for 1 year, and that year is the 2021 tax year, not this tax return, next year's tax return. So, bottom line is, if you're, and I hope I get this message out clearly to people, it's not for the tax return you're about to file, it's for next year's tax return for this year. It's not for the tax return you're about to file in February or March of this year. It is for next year's tax return. But there's currently these three provisions are currently on the books. The earned income tax credit, the child care tax credit, and the child tax credit are currently law, and you can get them, but you can't get them the same amount. Yes, you can currently get those child tax credits and earned income tax credits. Thank you, WY. You can currently still get them. They're just different amounts. It has caused a lot of confusion. President Biden should have made it very clear to viewers. He did not make it clear. Is this for 2021 tax year? It is for 2021 tax year, but they exist in the 2020 tax code. They've existed for 10 years, just at a smaller amount. So there you go. I got my increase in SNAP in New York. Oh, congratulations. So there you go. There 607. Come on now, get those likes up. But almost 1,500 people in the room. Yeah, I agree. I see your comments about why it should have been this year. It should not have been next year. I agree 100% with you. Trust me, we are on the same wavelength about everything. Um, Stimulus is getting money now, not getting money for a year from now. It doesn't, I don't. Uh, Sherelle asked the question, is adult dependence in the bill? Yes, adult dependents are in the bill. That was what I was referring to earlier. Let me go over that again. Adult dependents are in the bill. They'll get but this was the part that I don't like. No, this is the part that I'm confused. I'm confused. I'll be careful with my words here. I'm confused because I had 15 minutes to prep before grabbing this and going on camera. I'm confused in looking at this. If this means that $1,400, it says $1,400 for adult dependents. It doesn't say $3,200 for adult dependents. So is the outstanding checks from the first and second stimulus package somewhere else? And it just says in another section? Where are they? So if you want explanations, go on social media and tweet Representative Neal. Hey, Representative Neal, where is those past due checks for adult dependents? Adult dependents, Joe Biden just said 2 seconds ago, adult dependents supposed to get $3,200. I'm looking at this. I'm confused. It says $1,400 for adult dependents. Where is the remainder of the adult dependents under the third stimulus package? So there you are, 24 minutes on the clock. When it gets to FPUC, not so confusing. All right, so now there was so much to go over here tonight. What makes this sort of strange is that I'm lost. He says it's law, but it's not law. When do we get help? Robert, I love that. So let me explain. Um, let me explain where you are tonight. On Friday, um, I'm making lasagna tomorrow. Okay, thank you, Kathy. What about hazard pay? I don't see hazard pay in. Yeah, okay. So great question, Kathy. Kathy just said, I don't see hazard pay. What happened to hazard pay? Okay, I need some air. Should we get some air? I need some air. Okay. All right. Let me explain where we are. I think it's more important to explain where we are in this process than to explain what's in the bill at the moment. First, last Friday, a bill became law, and the bill that became law is not this bill, it's another bill. Why is it another bill? It's a bill to tell you how to do this bill. A what? It's a bill to tell you how to do this bill. Hey, Paula, thank you for the dancing bear. So it's a bill to tell you how to do this bill. That bill passed. Okay, so now what are they supposed to do? They're supposed to do this bill. Well, how long is it supposed to take to do this bill? February 22nd, it'll be in the Senate. Okay, mark the calendar. February 22nd, this bill will be in the Senate. Okay, following you so far. So when do we see the bill? Well, and where is the bill? Well, at about 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, I got you the first parts of the bill. And this is not all the bill. I know there was a football game on Sunday, and I know less people watch this channel on Sunday than other days because there was a football game on. But on Sunday, I detailed for viewers that this week, subcommittees in the House of Representatives will get parts of the bill. One group will get one part of the bill, another group will get another part of the bill. This is one part of the bill with one group. It's called the House Ways and Means Committee. They have the stimulus check, the tax credits, and they have unemployment assistance. And they have some other stuff that is too complicated to go over on this channel. They have that. They don't have anything else. So if you don't see anything else, it means it's not because it got rid of it. It's not because it's gone. They just don't, it's not in their committee. It's in another committee. Versi, thank you for the dancing pair. So the House Ways and Means Committee has the stimulus check, unemployment, and the tax credit. Hazard pay is somewhere else. I'm on hunt to find where the hazard pay. I'm on hunt to find the committee that has the hazard pay. Trust me. I'm on hunt to find the committee that has the EIDL and the business grants and the business loans. I'm on hunt to find all the other stuff. They're in other committees, but this committee has this. So what happened to rent assistance? That's probably in the housing committee. That's probably in the housing committee. So I know this is going to say, what happened to this? They're in other committees. This is just I can only move so fast. Needless to say, broadcast media has none of this junk. Broadcast media doesn't have a single page. So, tonight you have nine provisions of the third stimulus package. And the other, 25 are somewhere else. And I got to go find them for you. It's not like, it's not like they set out a roadmap. Say, hey, LA, here's where you can go find the other 25. I have to go hunt for them. I'm like Wilmer. I'm hunting rabbits. I'm hunting bills. That's literally what I'm doing. I'm hunting bills for you. And so that's where we are tonight. It's important to understand that we're talking in this video about the check, about the tax credits, and about, what was the other one? I can't remember anymore now. I don't know. There was something else we talked about. There's so much information here. I don't know. It was we talked about those three things. Hey, Henry, how are you? The video after this, I have for you the unemployment. Hey, Jamie, thank you for becoming a Purple Hawk. Now, if you have a phone, some phones can't open 95-page PDFs. So some people are saying messages, I can't open it. Well, a lot of phones, some older phones can't open 250-page PDFs. It's too big an item to put on a phone. So understand if your phone doesn't open something that's that big, then give it some time. What I want to address is the confusion that some people and I would have, I certainly have the confusion, is that Representative Neal is his name is on this. You know, it says Neal in the corner. Neal. Hi, Neal. He's the guy who is head of the Ways and Means Committee, and he's the one who released these documents. Well, why is he releasing a document with a tax credit of $3,600 when he talked about giving these checks over time as multiple stimulus checks? I don't know. I don't know. That's item number one. So he had said he was going to do $300 a month for 12 months for children as a multiple stimulus check, but the bill doesn't have it in there. So that multiple stimulus checks at $200 a month, $300 a month for 12 months, not happening. It's just $3,600. It's just in there. That's the first thing. The second one is uh, the amount of the eligibility of the PDF of the eligibility of the amounts are exactly what Joe Biden had said, with the confusion of the adult dependents. So over the last few weeks, you've heard from Republicans wanting to change things. Nothing a Republican wanted got in there. It's important to understand that nothing a Republican wanted in this bill got in there. That's a lot of information, isn't it? So let me give the big update as we are here coming into the 31-minute mark. There's another video right after this. That video right after this reveals FPUC. It's the big reveal. So join me right after this video. I'll be going back live just 3 minutes right after this video with the big reveal about FPUC in the third stimulus. But the big update in this, but the recap of this video was, earlier today I revealed to you the 9 PDFs that delineate 9 sections of the third stimulus package that are now in the House subcommittee Ways and Means. It's not the full bill. It's just part of the bill. It's only 9 provisions. It is the stimulus check. It is the earned income tax credit. And the big shockers and the big revelations you're finding out for the very first time on tonight's recording are the following. 1, the stimulus check will be anchored by the return of the non-filer filing. This is huge. I've had so many people that have not gotten stimulus checks or have asked for the non-filer filing from spring of 2020 to come back. The instruction from the committee says orders the Secretary of the Treasury to bring that non-filer filing back. That's number 1. Number 2, you need to understand that you don't have to file a tax return to get a stimulus check. Even though the language looks like you do, it actually says thereafter, we will instruct Treasury to allow you to tell them where you are to get your stimulus check. Number 3, the stimulus check is based upon 2019 and 2020 earnings. A little weird. Number 4, the check amount is exactly what I reported to you, $1,400, $1,400, $1,400, $2,800. Number 5, there's a confusion about the adult dependence check. It says $1,400 for adult dependents, but it makes no mention of those past due checks that were supposed to be added on to bring it to $3,200. It does not use the number $3,200, so not very clear. Next, the earned income tax credit, the child tax credit, the child care tax credit. They will be 2021 credits, not 2020 tax year credits. But if you're a member of this channel, you already know that you can apply these tax credits if they apply to you this tax year because they're currently law. Joe Biden is only modifying the tax codes for next year for 1 year. That's the final revelation. It's only a 1-year modification for one time, but those tax codes already exist. A lot of stuff. That's a lot of stuff in one video. If this video, yeah, thank you for 1,000 likes. I mean, I just think this is like a tsunami of information. 1,700 people in the room and 1,000 likes. I really appreciate it. If you did not watch Afternoons LA for check and third stimulus, please watch that as well. If they bring out the non-filer filing, I'm going to go over it again. Just get my 6. Thank you. I'm right here wondering, but we're one step closer. I only have one brain. It says Crystal. I appreciate it. So if you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Also, like this video. And thank you, LA, for excellent research, reporting, and fun. I appreciate that, Debbie. Thank you for the nice comments. I'll be back with you in just 5 minutes after this with the big revelation about FPUC. I know you want to hear the answers, and I do too. I'll be reading them on camera. Is it retro? Is it not retro? What is he doing? I'll have the big shocker. So make sure you stay informed and stay focused. Oh, sorry, John, you've not been feeling well. I hope you feel better, John Benari. Hope you feel better. Hope to see you on the next video and hope to see you later tonight. Stay informed, stay focused, and stay with LA for more.